Hello everyone and welcome. This week I have an experimental session for you. I've created a blend between a magical ancestral vision and the drum journey, and I have inserted it as a stage in our Yoga Nidra session. Nothing new really. Visualization is one of the stages in several Yoga Nidra approaches, including the more formal Satyananda version. As for the journey, the intention here is not to appropriate anything. The intention, not only in this session, but in many others here on the channel that make use of elements from other cultures, other systems, the intention is to honor these elements as universal tools for healing, for wisdom, for well-being. But of course, you need to know what you're doing. And what I mean by this is that I only make use of material I am familiar and have had some experience with. In this case, I've actually been involved with shamanism and magic for a number of years. And I'm full aware of the positive effects a tool such as this can have. I am. And, of course, there are always risks. But these are the same risks involved in any other practice that we engage here in the channel. Risks are a part of life. They're an inherent part of life. So if you have taken the time to read the disclaimer in the beginning of these videos, these are the risks I'm talking about. Anyway, this is Intimate Mantra, right? There's something for everyone here. If you're not into this sort of thing, if you think it's too abstract for you, you can always tune into one of the more traditional Yoga Nidra sessions or into one of the many, many breath practices that are showcased here in the channel. Either way, I'm here to offer you a safe and sound practice, always. That's the most important thing, always. And if you run into any issues or if you have any questions, if you have a request, or if you wish to take your inner work further, you can contact me through the website and we can plan a therapeutic path together. I do offer tailored sessions for individuals and groups, both in Yoga Nidra and holistic therapy. Okay, we're going to begin with a pre-practice. So this is going to be a variation of alternate nostril breath. I'll give you some time to get settled. You can sit, lie down, props, whatever you need to make yourself comfortable, but not too comfortable. Okay. During Yoga Nidra session, we welcome every experience as an anchor that connects us with the present moment. So the noise, discomfort, boredom, and irritation, all part of the journey. All happening right here, right now. So we welcome whatever comes up throughout the practice and allow it to deepen our experience. If your eyes are already closed, I'm going to ask you to open them for just a little while. And now when the next breath in comes up, you close the eyes. Exhale, open the eyes. Slowly, consciously. So let's do this again. Inhale, close the eyes. Exhale, open the eyes. Again, breathe in, eyes close. Breathe out, eyes open. I'm going to invite you to please keep going for a few more breaths. With each breath in, the eyes become heavier, harder and harder to open the eyes with each breath out. On the inhale, the world disappears. On the exhale, the world reappears. The next time an inhale comes up, close the eyes. And this time on the breath out, the eyes remain closed. You just be present with your experience for a moment. Maybe thoughts from a busy day, or thoughts about a busy day that's coming up, or thoughts in the middle of the day. All the elements in your experience, the sensory activity, sound sensations. Just observing, just noticing. Please allow attention to come to the breath. What we label breath is actually comprised of several elements, sensations, thoughts. We know that, right? Well, here, we're just going to focus gently on the sensation of the air coming in and out through the nostrils. So just focus on that for a bit. Wherever you are in your breathing cycle, the next time an inhale comes up, please shift attention to one of the nostrils, as if the air was coming in through that nostril only. Doesn't matter which one, we're going to do both. And at the top of the inhale, a short pause, and then attention expands back to both nostrils. The exhale happens through both nostrils. The next inhale will emerge. Attention now comes to the opposite nostril. Top of the inhale, pause. Exhale through both nostrils. So please continue for a few more rounds of breath in this way. Inhaling through one nostril, pause. Exhaling through both nostrils. Inhaling through the other nostril, pause. Exhaling through both nostrils. Notice that it doesn't really matter if the air is really coming in through one nostril only, because this is about attention. This is an exercise of attention. And actually, that's all it takes to achieve the same energetic effect of the physical practice. So just shifting attention in through one nostril, pause, out through both, into the other nostril, pause, out through both. And now just please inhale through one nostril, a little pause at the end of the inhale, and then switch attention to the other nostril. The exhale will happen through the other nostril. The next breath in happens through that same nostril, the one you exhaled through. Pause, and shift the attention to the first nostril. Let the breath out. So here we're shifting nostrils at the top of the inhale after that short pause. In other words, exhaling and inhaling through one nostril, pause, then exhaling and inhaling through the other nostril, pause. And remember, if you're having difficulty at any point, it's okay to use visualization. It's probably happening anyway, right? It's okay to imagine that the air is coming in and out through one nostril and then the other. In imagination, visualization can be useful here to help direct attention and to help materialize the sensation. Wonderful. So wherever you are in your breathing cycle, as your next inhale comes up, allow the air to come in through both nostrils. And on the exhale, both nostrils participate as well. So just take a few relaxed breaths here. Let go of the control, let go of the visualization. Just remaining in the moment, present with the sensation of the air coming in and out through both nostrils. Please continue to follow my guidance as we now rotate attention through the body. So there's no strain, no effort. It's just about welcoming whatever is in your field of awareness exactly as it is, as we go on this journey of attention along the sensations that we label body. So we're going to begin with the right hand. Please allow attention to come to the right hand, to the sensation labeled right hand. Palm, back of the hand, fingers, the right arm, the right armpit, right side of the torso, the right hip, pelvis, right thigh, leg, foot, sole of the right foot, the toes, and from here expanding attention to the right side of the body, the whole right side of the body, observing sensations on the right side of the body. The left side now, sensation labeled left hand, back of the hand, palm, fingers, left arm, armpit, left side of the torso, left hip, pelvis, left leg, foot, the sole of the left foot, toes, and relax attention a bit to encompass the whole left side of the body now, sensing the left side of the body. Attention now goes to the right arm, the whole right arm, the left arm, both arms together, onto the right leg, the left leg, both legs, the right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, both shoulder blades, the spine, the back, neck, head, the ears, right ear, left ear, chin. Attention comes to the chest now. And from here it relaxes and expands to the whole body. The whole body as sensation. We gently focus attention once again now, bringing it to the middle of the forehead. Let's trace a path of attention between the middle of the forehead and the right eye. Notice that maybe as you bring attention to the path, you begin to feel it as a channel connecting the forehead and the right eye. You maybe at some point you can even see it with the mind's eye. You see it as a ray of golden light that joins the middle of the forehead and the right eye. And now let's trace a path, essentially a path of sensation between the center of the forehead and the left eye. You just allow attention to do its thing. It reacts naturally to the guidance. A channel connecting the forehead and the left eye. Maybe even you can start seeing it, feeling it as a ray of blue light joining the middle of the forehead and the left eye. And feel now the energetic channel connecting the middle of the forehead to the right nostril. Perhaps there's a subtle sensation or a sense of presence. This is all about slowing down. Or maybe you can even sense or see a beam of golden light connecting the middle of the forehead to the right nostril. We sense the connection now between the middle of the forehead and the left nostril. A subtle sensation, presence, or a beam of blue light between the middle of the forehead and the left nostril. Attention now comes to the middle of the chest. And we're going to be tracing a path of attention between the middle of the chest and the fingertips of the right hand. The sensations, the middle of the chest, maybe right side of the chest, right shoulder, upper arm, lower arm, right hand. Attention is moving back and forth along that line. Maybe lingering a bit in one spot or another. Or maybe an unrelated thought comes up and attention moves to it. Thought is acknowledged. Attention moves back to the path between the middle of the chest and the fingertips of the right hand. If you slow down, you may be able to see, you may be able to sense this path as a stream of golden light. This is more about sensing than imagining. Middle of the chest to the fingertips of the left hand now. What's present in your experience? Maybe you begin by sensing the entire area, the left side of the chest, shoulder, arm, hand. Or maybe there's a warmth, a sense of presence, or a shift of attention from sensation to sensation to sensation. Your chest to fingertips of the left hand. Or maybe you sense the energetic connection, a ray of blue light linking the middle of the chest to the fingertips of the left hand. Please become aware of the navel now, the belly button. Attention on the belly button. And let's follow the connection between the navel and the toes of the right foot. Attention moving along back and forth, maybe passing through the right hip, the thigh, the right knee, the leg, the ankle to the right foot. Coming and going, just establishing, better yet, awakening the path between the navel and the toes of the right foot. Keep breathing. And as that connection becomes more perceptible, perhaps you can even detect a ray of golden light connecting the navel to the toes of the right foot. Please keep going. Let's awaken the path between the navel and the toes of the left foot now. What sensations are present in your experience? The groin, hip, thigh, the knee, the shin, ankle, heel, foot. Just set the intention, let go, and allow the path to emerge. Maybe you sense a stream of blue light between the navel and the toes of the left foot. Maybe you don't. Maybe there's nothing. It's perfectly okay. It's your experience. Just stay present with it. Let's do one last movement of attention. So wherever you are in your breathing cycle, the next exhale emerges. And on the breath in that follows, attention traces a path along the midline of the body, beginning at the navel, moving to the chest, and going all the way to the middle of the forehead. And on the exhale, attention journeys back from the forehead to the chest and down to the navel. Again, breathe in, navel, chest, forehead. Breathe out, forehead, chest, navel. Please continue for a few more rounds of breath. Now gently allow attention to come to rest in the area of the heart. Not the physical heart, the energetic heart in the middle of the chest. standing at the entrance of the cave of the heart. Sense the warm, cozy darkness in front of you. The next breath in comes up. And with the breath out, you allow yourself to enter the cave of the heart. As you enter the cave of the heart, you see before you a long avenue of ancient trees. Their branches have spread over the centuries so that they now entwine to form an arching tunnel. A tunnel that's so densely interwoven it appears completely black, except that at the end you can see a small circle of pale yellow light. As you take your first steps into the tunnel, become aware you're stepping into the deep realm of the ancient trees that stretches far, far back in time. As you move further into the tunnel, you feel strangely drawn to the pale yellow light far ahead. You continue walking toward it, and you notice that the pale circle of light at the end of the tunnel grows bigger and bigger and bigger. Around you, the interwoven branches are beginning to thin, so that you now begin to see patches of violet blue evening sky above you. The tunnel ends in a forest clearing. As you emerge from the tunnel, you see people sitting around a great fire. So go and sit with them quietly and just watch the flames. At some point, you notice a person in the gathering is looking at you intently. He or she recognizes you as someone from the future. This person is a seer and is the only one who can see you and interact with you. The seer looks at you and then looks around the group for someone who is connected to you, an ancestor. When the seer recognizes which member of their community is your ancestor, he or she stands and walks towards you. With one arm outstretched, the seer asks you to follow them as they turn and leave the fire. You're led a short way to a tent, to a structure, and told to wait. The seer leaves, and then return shortly with someone at their side. This person is told that you're here and that you wish to commune with them. The seer places a hand on your head and a hand on your ancestor's head. He or she acts as an interpreter, a bridge between you and your ancient ancestor. Now it's time to commune with your ancestor. Tell them you're from the future of their line. Tell them about yourself, about your world, by using images in your mind that they can see. Be open to what they have to show you. Perhaps images of their world, of their situation, of their lives. Offer help and be of assistance to your ancestors should they need it. Perhaps there's some advice they can give you. So just allow the exchange to happen freely. At the end of the interaction, you step back and tell them that they will be remembered by you in the future. Their presence on this earth will be remembered and honored. The ancestor walks away from you and leaves the tent. And now the seer turns to talk to you. The seer tells you of the tribe and its problems and asks you, as a person from the future, if you have any advice that you can give. So do your best to answer simply, honestly, clearly. In return, the seer offers you guidance for your life, your family. Be open to receive any assistance the seer has to give you. Any words or images that emerge during the interaction. It's time to leave now. You feel grateful for the experience. The seer acknowledges your gratitude and also thanks you for your help. You leave the tent, the structure, and start making your way back among the trees, back through the tunnel, back to the present moment. And eventually you reach the main chamber of the Cave of the Heart. You begin to feel very tired. Your body feels so tired that you can hardly stand up. Until finally your legs give in and you lay down on the soft, fresh ground. Soothing sweetness starts permeating your surroundings. You start drifting into a state of total, complete relaxation. Letting go into the sense of presence. Notions dissolving, senses dissolving, sense of self dissolving. Everything dissolving back into that pure potentiality. Everything resting as pure being, as absolute stillness, as the vastness of this very moment, right here, right now. Bring in awareness to the darkness around you. We're getting ready to come out of the cave of the heart, slowly emerging to the waking state. Awareness of the heart center in the middle of the chest. And let's move from the heart to the throat. So subtle attention on the throat. We're moving up towards the surface of awareness. And from the throat, we move attention to the space between the eyebrows. From here, attention expands to the whole body. Aware of the senses are always wide open. And while we're turning attention back on, acknowledging the sensory activity, the sensations in your direct experience, sounds, maybe a light pattern in that darkness in front of your closed eyes. taking note of any thoughts, images that come and go. We welcome each and every experience with openness, and maybe taking deeper breaths, filling the body with life-giving energy, with each breath in, becoming more and more and more awake. Until at some point you may notice that the body might want to start moving physically. Allow it to happen. Maybe small wiggles or the head from side to side. Or movements with the arms, the legs. Eventually perhaps the arms come overhead, a good full body stretch. Or the body drops from one of the sides for a few moments in a fetal position. Take your time. Find your path to waking life. And if you're not already there, please come to a seated position. The eyes are still closed. Now on the next inhale, please open the eyes. Exhale, close the eyes. Inhale, open the eyes. Exhale, close. Breathe in, open the eyes. Exhale, close the eyes. Last one, last one. Inhale, open the eyes. Let's make this a deep inhale. Fill up those lungs. Keep the eyes open. And open mouth, sign it out. Okay, my dear friends, our Yoga Nidra session is complete. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you again soon.